homicide, it's a suicide. Tell him seeking you will find, cause I'ma lose my mind. Kick a nigga ass, then give him my shoes to shine. It's do or die, I come from where we used to crime. The ooze and nine, more important than school supplies. The blues is dry, my niggas and the food is fried. The news is lies, the pigeons is too spook to fly. The rules denied, all the toughest goons is mine. That's Tunch slime, they kill you and go do the time. We unify, y'all money revolutionized. The new design, we had to leave the flukes behind. They're supersized, the numbers through the roof and sky. Don't look too surprised, look through the lines. We making moves and stride, grooves and vibes. I'm too alive, these hoes need to be supervised. They put on a cute disguise, you grooms is blind. She get dick in the Uber ride, number 2 with fries. I'm pimping, now who am I? I'm who and why. I'm rude and kind, my cars are computerized. I'm cruising by, smoking blunts, Ruben size. You fools can try, these tools getting utilized. You euthanize, put the skirt, shoot and drive.
Ask the producer to pipe this into the Clippers locker room so I can talk to you, James. I hope you're taking notes. I'm telling you in advance, you're welcome for the wisdom I'm about to spew. Because, listen, I get on my knees every night and pray for someone to believe in me like Daryl Morey believed in you. You wanted a certain coach, they brought in Mike D'Antoni. You want to play a certain style, they played it. You wanted Dwight Howard, they brought him in and got rid of him when you were tired of him. You wanted Chris Paul, they brought him in and got rid of him when you were tired of him. They brought in your old friend Russell Westbrook. You want to go to Vegas on off days? They looked away. You wanted the team to stay over so you could go out at night. They changed the schedule, and it didn't work. And you know what? You said, I'm going to break up with my whoopee. Not good enough. I see the bright lights in New York. I want to go there. My old pal, Kevin Durant. It's going to work. The big three. And all after 1 year, you wanted out. You realized, oh my gosh, I took this guy for granted, the guy that believed in me. I went back with Daryl Morey. They traded Ben Simmons for you. How did they pull that off? And you know what? You went there and you got a partner who got the MVP. He won the MVP. And what did you say afterwards? You said, they didn't hand me the reins. You're the point guard. You were holding the reins. And what did you do when you had the reins? You scored 9 points in Game 7 against Boston. You blew a 3-2 series lead. So they fired their coach. Not good enough. You broke up with your guy, believed in you again. You said, the bright lights of LA, that's where I want to go. Let's see if that works. Listen, James, have you ever had those friends who had bad roommates? Over and over, they complained about their bad roommates. This guy's terrible. The bad roommate here. They never thought to be self-aware enough that they're the bad roommate. They're the problem. Hey, James, you're the problem. If this doesn't work this year in this system with this team, then you're going to go and point fingers at everybody else, and you're going to go back home and you're going to start swiping right for another team, and there's not going to be anybody left. Because, James, you're not the beard, you're not the system, you're the problem.
Oh, and the mic drop, Devin.
Welcome to the Kobe Bryant Film Room. And in today's episode, I want to go through Skap Attack's roasting, epic roasting of James Harden. James Harden's been switching from team to team lately. I think he switched, 4 teams? Was it the Houston Rockets, the Nets, the 76ers, and now he's on his 4th team now. It's really ridiculous. James Harden has proven to be a quitter, somebody who doesn't finish what they start, and somebody who's unreliable. Without further ado, let's see what Skap has to say about it.
James Harden, fresh off of his triumphant tenure in Philadelphia.
What?
And easing his way out of town, as always, on good terms, arrived in LA for a press conference in advance of his Clippers debut, in which he shed this pearl of wisdom on the assembled media crowd and all of us privileged enough to hear him waxing poetic.
You know, I'm not a system player. I am a system. You know what I mean? So.
And see, Skap's roasting his ass. But the problem with James Harden is you know, he has quite a lot of pride for somebody who quit his way out. Somebody who was considered a co-star with Joel Embiid. He was under Joel Embiid, right? In no way, shape, or form at this stage of his career should James Harden have a team built around him. But James Harden lacks self-awareness.
But little do all of you laughing and mocking Harden realize he is a system. Arrive in a random city, usurp all usage, amass hollow regular season stats, shit pants in the playoffs every single year, inevitably get fed up with the GM, coach, contract, etc., hit the buffet line, demand
That's
trade.
a damn shame right there. Hold on, let's go back to the facts.
Playoffs every single year. Inevitably get fed up with the GM, coach, contract, etc. Hit the buffet line.
So this nigga, look at this nigga, bro. Like, he's got the body of a Kenan Thompson, bro. Of a fucking... This nigga showed up looking like Anthony Anderson and shit. Like, bro, come the fuck on, bro. You have to be professional, right? The name of the game is, you know, you're not happy, whatever the case may be, but you have to be professional, bro. Even if you plan on leaving, you have to leave with some sort of respect, some sort of dignity, some sort of honor, some sort of code that you operate by as a man. First of all, you can't even you're not even supposed to even let yourself go despite you playing basketball. You know, whatever you're going to do in life, you shouldn't be letting yourself go this bad. This is shameful, man.
And demand a trade and start the process all over again. This is the James Harden system. And James Harden's penchant for vomiting all over himself when the lights were at their brightest began at an early age in his first and still only career NBA Finals appearance, which came in just his third season after the Oklahoma City Thunder selected him with the third overall pick in the 2009 NBA Draft.
The Oklahoma City Thunder select James Harden.
And 3 short seasons later, by that 2011-2012 season, the young ascending Oklahoma City core, led by Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, had the 3rd best record in the league and were facing the LeBron, Wade, and Bosh Miami Heat super team in the NBA Finals. And yes, Harden was young, but he was 6th man of the year that year for the Thunder and averaged 17 points per game.
Harden, that's back when Harden was actually trying to play defense. You know what I'm saying? Back when he was a professional basketball player. I don't know what he is now. You know what I'm saying?
On 49% shooting from the field. The Thunder actually took a 1-0 lead in that series, and despite it lasting only 5 games, was a very close, tightly played series. And you can make a relatively easy case that both Durant and Westbrook actually outplayed LeBron and Wade for the entirety of that series.
Absolutely. They were balling, man. I think Kevin Durant was averaging 30 and Westbrook was right around, like, right behind them with, like, what, 26, 27 a game?
At just 23 years of age, Durant averaged more points on substantially higher shooting than LeBron James, while Russell Westbrook, also at just 23 years of age, outscored Dwayne.
I know, my memory good as fuck, y'all.
Wade, while also averaging more rebounds and assists for the series on comparable shooting splits. Alas, the Thunder just could not overcome James Harden going poopy in his pants.
I go poopy.
While averaging just 12 points per game for the series on just 37%.
And that's shameful. Look at this. So you go from what, averaging 17 to 12 on 38% field goal shooting, bro? I mean, you choked, man.
And shooting. The low light of the series for Harden came in games 3 and 4. With the series tied 1-1, the Thunder were down just 1 point with 5 minutes to go in a game 3 where Harden scored only 9 points on 2 for 10 shooting. And then the following game, in a must-win situation in Game 4, facing a possible 3-1 hole or a 2-2 split, the Thunder were actually up 2 with under 4 minutes to go in that one. Harden for the game, though, shot just 2 for 10 again and scored only 8 points in that one. And thus, the legend of Little Game James was born. Of course, that would be...
This nigga Skap said Little Game James. Damn.
the final season.
Hey, one thing about this shit, hey, Skap will hold your ass accountable, man. Look, bro, like, hey, Skap be on their ass, bro. He got both shoes in their ass, bro.
Harden would play for the Thunder. As unhappy with his contract, the Thunder were forced to trade him to the Houston Rockets, where Harden would ascend quickly into a perennial All-Star and MVP candidate.
And look, I'm one of those guys who actually believed in James Harden back when he was playing with the Thunder. I pointed, and my friends can vouch for me on this shit. I pointed and I said, that dude right there can lead his own team. And they were like, man, I don't know about that, man. He's more of a 6-man ball. I said, that dude could be a star. And then Harden went to Houston, and I was happy for Harden. You know what I'm saying? Because he proved that he can run his own team, right? But then it seemed like that shit went to his head, and then he started getting into all types of foolishness, shit going on off the court, and, this stuff is well documented, man. He just had gotten his mind filled up and his ego started taking control. But James Harden definitely had skills, man. And this is the thing about these players, man. We try to hold them accountable because they are so great. So with great people, you don't hold them to low expectations. You hold them to high expectations. We can no longer judge James Harden on the regular season. Oh, he averaged 30? Cool. Oh, 12 assists a game? Cool. We don't give a fuck no more. We want to see production on the highest level. We want to see him contend for a championship and win a championship. That's the level he's at. Right or wrong, it doesn't matter. That's how he will be judged, and he should be judged.
The other staple of Harden's tenure in Houston, aside from his All-Star appearances, though, were his continued playoff struggles. Whether it be that choke job in a 2015 elimination game in the Western Conference Finals, where he shot 2 of 11 from the field for the game while committing 12 turnovers. Or his humiliating...
12 turnovers is fucking insane, bro. Like, you're basically like playing for the other team at that point.
5 for 21 shooting performance in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals in 2008.
But see, Kobe done told y'all that style of play doesn't work. The reason why is because it stagnates the offense, right? And as incredible as he was playing, in the playoffs, they're going to shut that shit down. Now, in the regular season, let me tell you guys about the regular season in the NBA. A lot of players are going through the motions in the regular season. They'll let you get your numbers because they ain't really trying to play that defense like that unless they're a defensive player trying to earn a contract. Everybody else is kind of just chilling. Nowadays, kind of just chilling, going through the motions, trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? They play casual ball. They'll let you score. They score. Everybody gets what they want, right? In the playoffs, they get the game plan for you. They shut all that shit you were doing. You're not even gonna see no one-on-one matchups like that, like you did before. You're gonna see double teams, and you're not gonna get the same calls you got. That's why a lot of times when James Harden got to the playoffs, his ass got locked up. Why? Because the referees weren't even calling the games the same way, right? So his ass struggled a lot just by the difference between officiating. And he looked at the referees like, yo, that's a foul. No, nigga, that's not a foul. You got to play physical basketball in the playoffs. And he got spoiled. This is why we call this a spoiled generation. This guy is beyond spoiled.
That game
And
included
he needs to be called out on the shit so he can be better.
his legendary 0 for 11 from 3. But speaking of that 2008 playoffs, Little Game James' masterpiece came in the Western Conference Finals that year against the allegedly unbeatable Kevin Durant Warriors. But the Rockets had Golden State reeling in that series, and Houston was up by 11 points at halftime in a winner-take-all Game 7.
Houston was balling. Houston was balling, man. And I don't understand how they could fuck that up. I really don't.
Was played in Houston. That same Warriors team beat LeBron 4-1 and 4-0 in consecutive finals. This win would have erased all of the playoff vomit sessions in Harden's career. Unfortunately for his legacy and Rockets fans everywhere, Little Game James came out of that locker room up 11. Golden State hit the Rockets with a 33-15 third quarter haymaker. In the quarter, Jim Harden was just 2 for 7 from the field for 6 points.
Crazy.
Overall for that game, he shot 12 of 29 from the field and just 2 of 13 from 3. And after 8 full seasons in Houston, 2 conference finals appearances, and 0 NBA finals, just like that.
And see, here's the thing, right? Now, is it all his fault his team's lost? No. But as a leader, you have to share some of the blame, and you have to come back better. What Harden lacked was discipline and the dedication to really work on things he wasn't good at, right? So you're already a great offensive player. How about committing yourself more to defense? How about taking those assignments, right? He didn't work on things in the summertime that he wasn't good at. He only worked on things that he was good at. That's not gonna help you, bro. When you reach the highest levels, you're gonna have to be able to elevate your game and be more valuable on other sides of the floor. That hurts James, man.
He's gone.
Really
well,
does.
not just like that. First, he demanded a trade, despite hypothetically having still 2 years left on his max contract extension. Then he showed up late to training camp looking...
And I'm gonna do a video about excuses, right? Because that's one of the reasons why Kobe Bryant is my favorite player of all time. He made no excuses, bro. You show up to camp. This is just about manhood in general. You have to learn what about things you can control in your life. You could control coming into training camp out of shape, right? You may not be able to control who's on your team, but you could control how you act. You could control how you carry yourself. James Harden chose to take the easy way out and not cross that finish line like Kobe said in my Mamba Mentality video. Taking shortcuts. You right there by the finish line. Why ain't you pushing yourself just a little bit just to cross the finish line? Instead, you'd rather jump ship and go somewhere else where you think the grass is greener. The problem is whenever you get to the grass being greener, you're gonna face adversity some way or the other. And when you face adversity, are you willing to run away? That's the question. And James Harden has proven when the tough gets going, this nigga get gone.
Different or noticeably out of shape. Damn it, he was fat. And after starting altercations with teammates in practice, allegedly, and telling reporters the Rockets were, quote, just not good enough.
This is not good enough.
Okay, so if your team isn't good enough, see, I don't like shit like this. If your team isn't good enough, figure out a way to make them better. Hold them to a standard. Push them. And if they can't be pushed, you get them off the team. You don't let them run you off your own shit. But see, his attitude is, hey, I'm gonna show up and do my thing, put up my numbers, and they gonna be responsible for their own games. That's not how leadership works. Leadership, you have to push those guys. You have to hold them to a certain standard. At a certain point of time, the shit's gonna fall off on you, bro. You're a man, bro. You're a leader of men. You have to take the responsibility. And this is lack of accountability. And this is what the NBA coddles to nowadays, right? Guys ain't happy. They could just find greener pastures. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Because a lot of times when we grew up, we didn't listen to guys make excuses, right? Even though they probably could have made the same excuses James Harden made, they took it on the chin.
All while loafing his fat ass around the court for a couple games, the Rockets
and then how exactly what Skap said. How are we supposed to get mad at your teammates when you showing up fat? Now you show up, do your thing, then we'll make that up for you, bro. AI took his team to the finals. Didn't have the greatest team. They were good. They were great defensively, but they didn't have the greatest offensively gifted team. Didn't complain about his teammates once. Guess what? We talk about his teammates. We say, oh, they weren't that talented. He couldn't beat the Lakers with that team. We cover AI for that. And we would have done the same for you had you been able to try and lift those guys and take those guys to where, if you would have failed, nobody would have got mad at you, bro. But you folded. You folded, you came in fat, you had a bad attitude. And guess what? We're going to remember that. You came in fat, you had a bad attitude. And you should be held to that standard. You should be held accountable. You don't get to just blame guys, even though it might be their fault. We'll deal with them. But we also want to deal with you first because you're in charge.
Eventually acquiesced to his trade demands, sending him to his desired destination, the Brooklyn Nets, where he could team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and where he...
See, I'm going to tell y'all something. I take this leadership shit serious, bro. When you're leading people, bro, you have to be held to the highest standard. You can't ask people to do shit you're not doing. So if he shows up fat, bro, how dare this nigga ask everybody else to show up in shape and ready to play? You're not ready to play.
Would last not even one full season. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. This bum spends the better part of 3 months eating his way out of Houston and tanking games, all while begging his front office to send him to Brooklyn.
A great talent, man. A talented guy. Look at this shit. This shit is unacceptable, bro. A talented guy. You know what I'm saying? A great player. Just doesn't give a fuck.
Arriving, he was so overjoyed
and people
to be
supposed to pay to see this shit
there that he waited barely even a calendar year before demanding another trade out of town. And again, his organization would placate him, again sending him to his desired destination, the Philadelphia 76ers, to team with future league MVP Joel Embiid, and more importantly, president of basketball operations Daryl Morey, who spent 13 seasons as the Houston Rockets general manager, 8 of which were as Harden's personal hype man and all-around sycophant.
Man, he was hyping the fuck out of James Harden, comparing him to Michael Jordan and everything. And the thing is that, listen, Daryl Morey may have been an asshole and promised him things and things like that. And we understand that, right? And it sucks, right? But bro, you have to. This is about making James Harden better, bro. James Harden, you got to get back on point. You know, I'm not trying to trash you or nothing, but you got to get back on point, bro. You on your way out the league, bro, and you don't even know it.
Unfortunately, the change of venue would not cure Harden of his proclivity to taking dumps in his pants during the playoffs.
He's gonna look back and think of all the how he left things on the table, man. How he left his career on the table. You know, he could have been so much more, man. You done played with a lot of stars.
22 Game 6 home elimination game against the Heat. Harden played 42 minutes and scored just 11 points on 4 for 9 shooting. And little game James would return again in the 2023 playoffs, coming up predictably tiny with 13 points on 4 of 6.
Hold on, Skap ignorant as hell.
And Lil
Yo,
Game
what this
James
nigga do? Hold on.
return again in
Yo,
the
hold on.
2023
This nigga did the little shimmy and missed that shit. Airball that bitch.
playoffs, coming up predictably tiny with 13 points on 4 of 16 shooting, including 0 for 6 from 3, and registering a team worst -10 in a potential closeout Game 6 against Boston at home. And then in Game 7 of that series, another robust effort, scoring just 9 points on 3 of 11 in 41 minutes.
And the thing is crazy because he actually had games where he played really good. He had dropped 41 game, I believe. And like to go from that to that is crazy, bro. It's too much of a difference, bro.
While leading the Sixers in turnovers and dropping an eye-popping
They could have won that
for
shit.
that game. Then in the offseason, predictably, he demanded a trade. And when his longtime advocate, Daryl Morey, couldn't make a deal work, it was time for Harden to lash out against him too.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of the organization that he's a part of.
Now this is supposed to be his homeboy, but listen, we know Daryl Morey, he be lying to niggas, telling them he ain't gonna trade him and then trade him and stuff. We know. But at the same time, that was your boy, and you knew that. And then when the shit happened to you, it ain't fun.
Then, of course, he no-showed training camp before arriving and later skipping out on more practices for personal matters. Eventually, yet again, his organization sent him exactly to the destination he wanted, the Los Angeles Clippers, boasting a very rich and
I
vibrant...
don't think them niggas won a game since he been there, bro. Like, I ain't watch every Clippers game, but I don't think they won a game, bro. The shit's sad because I remember Kobe was talking about James Harden in this game, talking about how he would never win. And he was trying to help him, man. He was trying to help him adjust this game and learn and do different things. And he never made the effort to adjust. You know, and it's sad, man. Like, he never made the effort, bro. Kobe was trying to hold these guys to a high standard, man. He was trying to help these guys become greater. And I guess they probably took it as, oh, that's Kobe being Kobe. But, bro, he's trying to make you guys better, bro. And you guys have not taken that shit serious.
Nightlife, coincidentally, because if there is one thing Little Game James likes more than the buffet line and choking in playoff games, it is unquestionably the strip club scene, with stories percolating around him.
You more dedicated to clubs than you are your team, bro. Like, that's a shame, bro. And this is ruining your legacy because people gonna remember you for that nigga who slacked, who didn't take his career serious, who could have been great, who wasn't. And they gonna look at you like you a joke, bro. And they shouldn't, right? If you get your shit together, you can turn all this around. And I think Harden, if there's anybody out there in Harden's camp who sees this video, bro, get that nigga to get his shit together so he can turn this around before it's too late. It ain't too late now. Turn this shit around, bro. Stay out the strip clubs. Try to win this championship. And then if you win, everything else is forgiven.
Back to that 2012 gag job by him in the NBA Finals, in which teammate at the time, Kendrick Perkins, alleged it was these strip clubs in Miami that ruined Harden's series, and that he was out late club hopping every night. Then, of course, there was the $50,000 fine the NBA levied against Jimbo when pictures of him partying in season during the pandemic surfaced. And who could forget the reports that a Houston strip club has retired Harden's jersey.
Hey, there goes Zach Randolph on your left.
And has it hanging from the ceiling after he allegedly dropped $1 million there.
Hold on.
We got the reports that a Houston strip club has retired Harden's jersey and has it hanging from the ceiling.
So this nigga got a jersey retired in the strip club. Oh shit, he's a strip club legend. Yo, this nigga's a legend in the club, bro. That shit's crazy. Now imagine your team. You get your jersey retired in a strip club, but them niggas was looking at you like, yo, why ain't you you should get your jersey retired in Philly. Like, what the fuck is up? Like, shit crazy, bro.
After he allegedly dropped $1 million there in a single night. If only. Harden loves basketball.
Houston. It's a Houston club. That shit's crazy, bro. And then you showing up fat and unprepared, bro. Shit's a shame.
As much as eating, strip clubs, and crying his way out of town, perhaps his pathetic playoff resume would...
All this shit should be done during the off season, bro. Like, ain't no way in hell you can't just hold off. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit there and try. Because, you know, listen, the pressure's on. You should have got all this out your system earlier in your career. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're faced with pressure to win. You should be dedicating everything to winning. But you're probably going to be remembered as a loser, bro. And it's not because you lose and you ain't never won. Because listen, Charles Barkley is a winner. Allen Iverson is a winner. Dominique Wilkins is a winner. Those guys never won the chip. But guess what? They're winners. Because why? Because they had the mentality that they showed up for work. Patrick Ewing, guys like that. They showed up. They just ain't get it done. They just ran into a team that was better than them. Didn't get it done. Right? You're becoming a loser because you're not giving the best version of yourself. And that's a shame.
Match his hollow regular season accomplishments. At the end of the day, though, his career earnings are running north of $300 million during his tenure in the NBA. So while James Harden ultimately hasn't benefited single organization he's ever played for, it is undeniable his system has worked wonders for himself.
Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode of the Kobe Bryant Film Room. That is Skap Attack, putting his foot in people's ass once again. Basically what I'm going to say is this. James Harden needs to change his ways, get on the ball before he ends up blackballed. He is, I hate to get on a guy like this, but it has to be done, man, because he's not taking this shit serious. I understand he's young, getting money, he's rich, he gonna floss, he gonna do his thing, but bro, you're on the verge of ruining a legacy, bro. Your legacy, everything you work for, you're on the verge of flushing that shit down the drain. And it doesn't bring me any joy to do these videos on you, bro. Hope you get it together. It's not too late to rededicate yourself. But right now you're a fat slob, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta tell the truth. You ain't getting it done. You know, get it done. You got all those stars with you in LA. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, y'all are star-studded. If you gotta come off the bench, do that. Fuck the system shit. You at the stage in your career where you're getting older, bro. You know, if you sacrifice for the team, people will remember you for that shit, bro. Russell Westbrook and the boys were rolling before you came. I mean, they were still losing games a little bit, but last season they made the playoffs. You know, Russell Westbrook played great. So it might behoove you to let him start. Hopefully you'll do that. You probably won't. But anyways, guys, I ain't gonna keep going with this James Harden shit. This is the Kobe Bryant Film Room, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon, past the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love, at times we get sick of love. It seems like we argue every day. I know I misbehaved and you made your mistake. We both still got room left to grow. And though love sometimes hurts, I still put you first. We'll make this thing work, but I think we should take it slow. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go, 'cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. This time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. This time we'll take it slow. This ain't a movie, no fairy tale conclusion, y'all. It gets more confusing every day. Sometimes it's heaven sent, then we head back to hell again. We kiss, then we make up on the way. I hate you call, we rise, we fall, we feel like just walking away. As all of advances, we take second chances, although it's not a fantasy. I strong want you to stay. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go, 'cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take